Hello, and welcome back to Doomed. Solo playthroughs through Arkham Horror, the card game with a focus on roleplay and storytelling. Every time I do that intro, I think just a little part of me thinks, is that right? Is that correct? It's so scrupulous. It's so scrupulous, Crosshair. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Doomed. Absolutely thrilled to be here. I got some housekeeping, I got some hype, I got some, there's some folks in chat. First of all, Tekili Lee, to you, Flower, to Crosshair, and to Lo, and anyone else who drops in or is lurking. Welcome and hello to Doomed. Music too loud, he said. He screamed. No, Flower, I awoke and a creature from beyond the stars did something to my hair. Yeah, hang on, there's a better joke there. No, I entered another... No, I was body swapped with someone who had... Me, but like 4 months ago when I had shorter hair. Welcome back to Doomed! First of all, obviously big shout out to folks in the... Thanks, Crosshair. Wait a minute, what do you mean somewhat believable? This will come as no surprise, as I have discussed this many times on RPG Clinic, but my first introduction to Changeling was Changeling the Dreaming 2nd edition, right? Yeah, LARP, co-run by John, and I was like, man, I don't know, it's a LARP, I don't know much about Changeling, I don't know much about this world, and Unseelie Rat Puka. Basically, I was just like, I'm just gonna be me, like, hype. Yeah, there you go, Flower. Like, it just amped up to 11. I was also, because hi Erigwin, hi Lurky, welcome to Doomed. Also, because I felt like it was important for the character in the LARP, I was just cranking Monster Energy drinks, and let me tell you, that does not feel great. Not ideal. Okay, folks, we got some hype, we got some housekeeping, we got some stuff to talk about, and then we are seeing through Fortune and Folly with Skids O'Toole. No, there was no period. There was more to that sentence. Damn it. Damn it. Got him. First and foremost, as I was saying, big ups. Big up yourself all day, every day. Folks in the chat, thank you so much for being here. And also, big shout out to people who watch these on the YouTube VODs. I am continuously shocked when I get views and comments. Honestly, Korotas, it was. And then after one night, I was like, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. Like, it wasn't great. Hello, Korotas. Welcome to Doomed. Yeah, honestly, big thank you to everybody who watches the VODs as well on YouTube. It's really fab. It makes me happy to know that, like, the minimal amount of editing that I do and, you know, title cards and stuff, that they mean something to somebody. And also, the reason I do this is because I love Arkham Horror the card game as a narrative experience, which is why I play it this way, as opposed to just, like, purely mechanically. I owe YouTube a final couple of scenarios of my drafted decks as well. But that shouldn't take very long. Jenny was on 1 sanity. I think she had 6 mental trauma. Thank you, Crosshair. Yes, we are going to be playing Arkham Horror the card game. Arkham Horror the card game is a horror game, and therefore, some of the art and themes may be distressing to you. Please keep yourself safe. I will try to announce things as I see them. So far, we've had monsters and bad luck. Ooh. Okay. So yeah, so big hype for folks who watch on the YouTube and for folks who are here. Another fun announcement I saw on the Reddit this morning. Someone in Canada, not me, I know I'm Canadian, but what I mean is someone in Canada got their copy of the Drowned City campaign box. They're already, like, leaking shots of the scenario, not the scenario guide, but like the campaign guide and stuff, which means that maybe sooner rather than later we're gonna have the Drowned City on Doomed, which I'm really jazzed about. I'm really excited. I still don't think the Marion deck is really cracking, so I might do a deck building stream where I talk about it. But I also might not. There you go. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, you're right though, Flower. I am the worst at that. I am the worst at doing things. Okay. So What else do I have to say? Yeah. So anyway, that's hype, because I'm really excited about that. That's going to be the next sort of big campaign on Doomed. We're going to finish Fortune and Folly with Skids O'Toole today. Yes, Aragwen. And I think... Oh, I can talk about it, Aragwen. I don't have much to say. Yes, of course. Of course, I didn't see you on any streams since then. Yeah, of course. So, yes, last Sunday, during Montreal by Moonlight, I had a callback for a play. The reason that is exciting is, like, one, I am an actor, and it's cool to be auditioning for work. Two, I started as an actor in the theater. It's my first love, my only love. Don't tell anyone on RPG Clinic. And I don't get a chance to do much theater, partially because English theater in Montreal is a small community. Thanks, Aragwen. Yeah, go to hell, Scoots. And partially because I don't end up auditioning for a lot of stuff. However, yes, so I had a callback for a production of The Importance of Being Earnest, which will be happening in Montreal this summer, outdoors, sort of Shakespeare in the Park style. It's not Shakespeare, I'm aware. And it went well. So Aragwen, I think the best thing about it was that the person I was paired with, so I was auditioning for Jack Worthing, the guy who was playing Algernon, like, recent grad. I hadn't met him before. He's quite young, but, like, this is gonna sound like a backhanded compliment, but I mean this so sincerely. He has a face for British farce. Like, dude was all over that shit. And more importantly, I think he elevated my work. I was like, man, you were so good. Fuck. Like, I mean, so on one hand, fuck. On the other hand, I think he elevated it. I have yet to hear anything back. As I was telling Liz and other folks, I'm keeping a really healthy attitude because, you don't book everything you audition for. Yes, thank you, Aragwen, for this, and thank you, Lo. Love the synergy. Just love synergy. Just love synchronicity. Hello, Crosshair. Whoa! Italicized? Whoa! Fun. Anyway, so I have yet to hear anything back, but of course, if I book it, it will impact streams, so you will hear about it. But also, anyway, okay. Why Flower? When I want to speak in italics, I just say, me. Is this italics? I am italics man. Okay, I think that's the hype and the news out of the way. I look very yellow. Is it just me, or is it the background? It isn't either of those things. Let me fix my face. I said, let me fix my face. I can do this. I have the power. Do we turn the sat down, or do we turn the brightness up, I think. I think I just have to accept the fact that I have slightly yellowish tinged skin. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get back to Doomed. Oh, I like it, Aragwen. How dare you, Flower? What the hell? What? Damn. I don't have a good comeback for that. I was gonna say something like your face, but it didn't fly. Also, the doctor surgeon could fix this. I mean, fix in a very broad sense. Fix in the sense of change. Okay. Oh no, I know. Thanks, Flower. That's very sweet. Okay, we're gonna get into it. We have some housekeeping in terms of the game. As was pointed out to me by a viewer on the VOD, thank you, and by Crosshair on the Discord, thank you, Crosshair. Ah! 10 out of 10. Okay, maybe I'll shave my neck, but, like, thanks, guys. As was pointed out to me, I did have a misplay in my last turn, and I was like, great, I'll just back it up. And then I was like, oh god, actually a lot has happened this round, so we'll have to figure it out. Ew. Ew, Crosshair. Oh, God. Oh, it's too early in the day for me. So I need to just explain what I did wrong and why I'm backing up time a little bit here. Well, I don't have to explain why. I made a misplay, and I think it's important to not do that whenever possible, even if story first. Welcome back to Fortune and Folly with me, Scott Humphrey, and with you, the Twitch chat. Do I look... What the hell is going on with my... I look so little in the frame. Why do I look so little? Can I fix this? Hang on. You all get this. Yeah, now I still look a bit weird in the frame. It's fine. A Miss Blake. Exactly, NBD. Okay. We will do, as always, we will do a little story so far situation, but first I will jump straight into mechanics. Look at this map. It is insane in the membrane. Okay. Yeah, so as was pointed out to me both by the Crosshair, thank you, and a viewer on the VOD, and I'm sorry I don't remember your name off the top of my head, and I should have looked it up. The Dimensional Shambler, who is a horrible beast, from another dimension, which seems to be hunting people who are disfavored by the Wellspring of Fortune. Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Is a hunter from beyond. It says, after an investigator performs the same type of action twice in a row, you can move it once towards that investigator. So, I evaded the man with the ruby ring, first action, as Skids, because I was in the vault. Then, I crawled up through some vents to move. However, thank you, Crosshair. Rough starched stick. Don't make me say that. How dare you? Also, it's... The rough is the thing that's starched. Stiff. Right? Anyway, the move took me to the casino lounge. I then moved again immediately, which means the Dimensional Shambler would have moved into the hallway then and hunted onto me in the enemy phase. I don't like that, and I don't want that, and I don't think Skids would want that, even though that sometimes happens. I also then took a fourth action without paying 2 resources, as near as I can tell on the VOD, which, like, I think I just got tired. So we're resetting, basically. Yes, thank you, Crosshair. I actually reset... Oh, maybe I did spend the 2 resources for the action in the VOD, because then in Upkeep I took a resource, and in Lone Wolf I took a resource. Thank you. So I've actually retconned to halfway through my last turn, which means I have to also take a Doom off the agenda, because I forgot to do that. So we had just advanced to All Bets Are Down, where we were told that apparently the Wellspring of Fortune's powers over chance have created... It's like the improbability drive from Guardians of the Galaxy. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Someone from my past, Jimmy Two Chins, was it? No, it was Spadesy Jones or whatever. No, it's... Yeah. Yes, thank you, Crosshair. You're right. Yeah. No, so it's all... 6 is where I was. So we should be G to G. Yes. Anyway, someone from my past is here in the casino, and the man with the ruby ring is now working him over to try to figure things out about Skids. Where is Skids? What's he look like? What's that son of a bitch look like? And then he breaks his kneecaps or whatever. So, unfortunately, we're gonna take some... Basically, once Spadesy Jones... I don't think I called him Spadesy Jones. I love... Jimmy Two Chins is like... It's a inside joke between me and my other friend there, but I love... Jimmy Two Chins is fantastic. Just as a name. I think it's hilarious. So, getting into the owner's office takes clues. Untangling my personal entanglement also takes clues, but I need clues to win the game. So I have a feeling Spadesy is just going to get worked over. You know? Okay. I've explained my retcon. I've moved back. I've taken 2 actions in my turn, so I will take the remainder of my actions, then the enemy phase, then the upkeep, etc., etc. So I have undone a couple of tests that I took, but one of them was the obsessive gambler test. Fucking hell. Which, you know, is fine. What else do I have to say? I think that's it. The story so far. Skids O'Toole, ex-con, thief, face, gambler extraordinaire. Hello, Mistrich! Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I was just explaining I did a little retcon because I made a mistake. Yes, 100% Flower. 100%. I love a good side quest and a side objective, but not when it's impossible. Skids O'Toole has infiltrated or is carrying out an Ocean's 11 style heist in the Defis de la Roulette casino in Monte Carlo. So he had his stakeout. Then he's come in. His his jewel thief friend Foxy Felix is here. And so what's he managed to do so far? He won a cultist medallion at the High Rollers table, which he's been using to sort of impersonate a cultist. Isamara Ordonez, the lounge singer and co-conspirator, mesmerized a guard in the back rooms with her song. A decoy package was delivered, which is a gun. And then we obtained some schematics by paying off this house dealer, who is open to a little action on the side. If you know what I mean, by which I mean bribery. I don't mean anything untoward. However, the man with the ruby ring got wind that we were here. We ended up sort of dancing around him, making our way to the vault. And then unfortunately, the vault says, you cannot enter Relic Room, which is where the Wellspring of Fortune is kept, which is the thing that Skids is trying to steal, so that he can either sell it to pay for his medical debts or use it to gamble to pay for his medical debts. Unclear. Or his mother's medical debts, I guess. Vault door gains. Action. Take a damage and a horror, unless you found the seal. Test willpower or agility 4. If you succeed, you may spend 4 clues to reveal the relic room. Now, unfortunately, I didn't have 4 clues, which means I dashed the hell out of there. It's not sort of an ideal situation. Definitely. Oh, yeah, exactly, Flower. Oh, hi, Graspiloot. Welcome to Doomed. We've stolen some hearts. We've stolen Isamara Ordonez's heart. Otherwise, not really. I was just saying, Graspiloot, I had to do a little retcon because I had made a mistake, which was caught both by Crosshair and on the VOD by Rough Starched Stiff. And yeah, so I've just taken a little retcon, and I was just doing a little catch-up on the story so far. But I think it's time. We should dive back into it. All right, so once again, we take our resources back, we take our free trigger back, we take our face back. Sigh. Okay, I cannot move. Third, I will not use the face. I will draw a card. You can't get mad at me for drawing a card, guys, okay? Then, I will use my free triggered ability, to take an extra action, which will be to use the face. This way, I will not get attacked in the enemy phase. And I could instead move, but I think it's okay. All right. I could also just, well, I can't play Hot Streak now. I could play it next turn. Okay, here we go. We are going to test again, I guess. Wait, hang on. All right, you're allowed to draw a card this time. Skids. Am I allowed to use the result? It's fine. 3-0. It's good. Okay, we're good. It's fine. I will reduce my alarm by 1. No. I know. Flower. But well, I don't have the resources anymore. But because I spent the $2. But I will reduce my alarm level by 1. I'm now worried about timing. Ah, that was why I wanted to move, because of Grip of the Beyond. Fucking hell. So furious. Okay. Whatever, I'll take the damage. Which will, of course, come back to bite me in the ass. Put Grip of the Beyond into play in your threat area. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage, reduce it by 1 for each time you moved. That's why I was trying to move twice in the same turn. Yeah, that is true. Let's take the damage. Ouch on me, because I have a feeling Mr. Foxy Felix is still going to be of value. We'll discard Call of the Beyond. It's the end of my... Is that the end of the round or the end of my turn? End of my turn. At the end of my turn, I also have to take a horror if I didn't gain resources, but I did, from Lone Wolf. Test Will 3, and I'm going to get rid of this again, like I did in the VOD. It's willpower. I'm going to commit Cat Burglar to go up to 3, and Calculated Risk to go up to 8. It gains a wild icon for each action. I don't want to talk about it, Flower. That's good. 8 to 3. The skulls are -3, half my alarm level rounded up. So we will pass. This is just like in the movie. This is just like in the VOD. Okay. Phew. I mean, I say phew. We're still a little scared. Skids has managed to misdirect. And then the fun happens. This is where the fun begins. Nohegan! Hello! Welcome to Doomed! Wonderful to have you with us. I won't give you a breakdown of everything that's happening on the screen right now. There's a lot. But I will say, if I may, for folks who don't know Nohegan, she had a birthday recently. So, happy belated. And I will be seeing you very soon. Hooray! I hope you're doing well. It's absolutely thrilling to have you here. Unless you dropped on just to ask me a question, in which case that's fine too. Okay. Skids is in the lounge. He is weighing up his options. How is he going to find everything that he needs? I wish. God, I still look so yellow in the light. Let's see if I can fix that. That's not helping. What if I do this? That's better, I think. Very different vibe. This is Arkham Horror, the card game, where my ex-con Skids is currently Ocean's 11ing, heisting, stealing a sweet-ass artifact from a casino. Yeah. Crosshair's not wrong. I am getting reamed. Oh, God. Okay, that's at the end of the enemy phase. Let's move everybody. Patrollers patrol, hunters hunt. Here we go. Clockwise. How does a clock work? This way. Counterclockwise. Counterclockwise enters my location, but is now aloof. Again, which is good. Clockwise. How does a clock work? This way. Clockwise. How does a clock work? This way. And the Dimensional Shambler hunts into the hall. Did I move everybody? Oh, I think I did. Oh, Isabel would be great. Why are they BFFs? Where did that meme come from? Like, it predates Smash, right? Like, it predates Smash Ultimate? Skids watches as his old nemesis, the dealer, moves back into the lounge. He's kind of like, how am I going to escape all of the creatures that are, you know, coming for me here? Oh, no. Ah, good question, Crosshair. So that, no, that is super, super, super fair. But I actually have an answer for this here. Patrol. During this scenario, locations are arranged into 2 main hubs, consisting of either public or restricted locations. If the enemy's patrol is clockwise or counterclockwise, it means they will move to the connecting location for the hub that they are in. Enemies do not patrol between hubs unless they move via another method. Oh, interesting, Flower. So it's like a Barbieheimer situation. Right? It's like a Barbieheimer situation. Oppenarby. Not as good. So yeah, so thankfully all of the guys kind of, so like this house dealer's in the back because she's taken a little action on the side to like sell Skids the schematics. This guy is patrolling in the back. He got mesmerized. And there's a bunch of people in the front. Okay. I've moved everybody. The Dimensional Shambler has hunted. Gross, but yes. It is now the end of the enemy phase. There is an enemy that is beating the shit out of old Spades McGee. What did I call him? I mean, I want to call him Ace Spadesy, but that's not correct. What's the guy's name? I called him Jim Spades? I don't know. Plastic Boom. Incredible. Skids knows that the Wellspring of Fortune is essentially targeting him. Yeah, I don't disagree, Crosshair. I thought, and then I was like, but I'm also going to let this person get absolutely destroyed. So maybe it'd be better if it's someone who could take care of himself. Oh, Squealing Spades Jones or whatever. Because he's a squealer, you see. Okay. We have finished the enemy phase, finally. So we go to Upkeep, where I will be drawing a brand new card. It's another copy of Lone Wolf. Cool. And we're going to ready Aberan, Mr. Man with the Ruby Ring, who is still in the vault and is now Rat Jones. Rat Jones. Okay, that was Upkeep. Mythos phase, we go to 1 out of 12 Doom. Now, what do we need to do still? Skids needs to find enough information on the casino floor that will allow him to bust into the vault, into the relic room, and then take the Wellspring of Fortune, which I assume will be pretty easy because we've, like, activated enough games of chance that it should be okay. Yeah, I don't disagree, Crosshair. It's a little scary. Yeah, I don't want to know if there is. It does seem very generous. It's also a side scenario, and there's like a lot to do? Question mark. Okay, 5 alarm chili, which means that the house dealer is still aloof because I'm not at 6 or higher. Great question. 29 cards in the encounter deck. I reshuffled them recently because I added a bunch of crap from the agenda. So, like, I think there's now 4s in terms of the cards and stuff. Yeah, exactly, Flower. Woof. I should have read that. I don't know what the hell. Oh, that would be nice, eh? Damn it. Well, hang on. There's 29. There's 6 in the discard pile. That's 35. Nah, there aren't enough on the board to make 52. All right, 1 out of 12 Doom. Skids in the casino lounge is about to undergo some inconvenient questioning. I didn't reshuffle the encounter deck. I remember this is what came up. However, I still need to pass this test. Excellent, Mr. Butt. Really, really happy. Really happy you're rooting for Mr. Didn't Shit His Pants, Skids O'Toole. The nearest non-unique casino enemy, who is this house dealer, is here. So she moves once towards me. She's done. Test Intellect 3. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1, and each non-unique casino enemy loses aloof. So, those amount to the same thing. However, I had committed a bunch of intellect icons. Let's go again. I'm going to commit, I'll take that and Thieves' Kit to put me up to 5 to 3, which is not great. But we gotta just believe sometimes. And Skids is on the lam. I'm also hoping... This is such a cool card, and I'm really hoping it's going to help me out. Specifically, it gives me 2 moves for free, in addition to everything else that it does. So on the lam, we'll talk about this when it comes up, but Skids is on the lam, hiding from the law, because he busted out of prison. Non-elite enemies cannot attack you until the end of the round, so that counts enemy phase, all of investigation. And then at the end of the round, you can disengage from each enemy, not just non-elites, and move up to 2 locations away. So it's like a free move, a couple free moves, and a bunch of free attacks of opportunity that don't hit you, stuff like that. It does specify non-elite, so unfortunately, the Shambler does not care that I am... Yeah, now it does not care that I am on the lam. Oh dear. Yeah, this is Skids only, though, Crosshair, so unfortunately our 17-action Jenny cannot take it. But 17-action Skids could take it. All right, we have to test. I've committed 2 intellect icons, so I'm going to go 5 to 3. Skids, help me out. Oh god, I just yeeted the scenario card. -5. You may raise your alarm level by 1 to automatically succeed instead. All right. Okay, let's see what it does. The bad stuff is... raise your alarm by 1, and each non-unique casino enemy at your location loses aloof. It amounts to the same thing. I'm going to choose to fail and take an alarm, and this house dealer is now engaged with me. It amounts to the same thing. I hate that I have 6 alarm again, but, you know, it is what it is. We're back around. We take a resource from Lone Wolf. Skids, you need 2 clues, buddy. You need to avoid this horrible monster. Oh, good lord. There are clues on the High Roller's table. I could also move further down into the casino, which might be good. First thing we need to do is evade this house dealer. Right. Do it without trying, yeah. Do what without trying? I could also... I think on the lam is going to be when I pick up a bunch of non-elite enemies and stuff. That'll be really sweet. And I want to try to avoid taking the same types of actions twice in a row because of the Shambler. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would be bad, eh? Oh, God. Okay. Money is good for Skids. Getting away from enemies is good for Skids. So I could Cat Burglar, which will disengage from each enemy engaged with me and move to a connecting location. I think it's time that Foxy Felix earns his goddamn keep. To be clear, Foxy Felix's ability is an activate, but not a move, because it doesn't say move in bold. It does move you, but it's not a move action. Which sounds weird, I know, but there is a distinction, because it doesn't say move in bold. Okay. I think that's the play. Where does she go? Counterclockwise? She should be coming... It is a card action, much like something like lockpicks. Less good. So I think... We're gonna Cat Burgle. I like evading because I get resources and stuff, but I think that's okay. Foxy Felix is essentially... He's gonna use the equivalent of a smoke bomb. What would that be, though? There is a sudden commotion from behind the bar, just as somebody is about to recognize Skids, and he is out the door. Foxy Felix... Oh, yeah. Foxy Felix, he set off like a small, smoke bomb, essentially, but in the ventilation shaft. So there's smoke pouring out of the vent in the lounge. They're evacuating people. They're like, is it a fire? It's like, no, sirs, madams, please, like, you don't have to... Don't worry, like, everything's fine at the Defis de la Roulette. And Skids vanishes out the door. I'm going to head to... The roulette wheel is further away from what I need. No, it's fine. We're going to head to the roulette wheel, which has 3 shroud and 1 clue. I can also gamble here and get money because it's a roulette wheel. That was 1 action. My second action will be to go on a hot streak. The old 2-step shambles. So this is 5 for 10. So I will net 5 resources, which I do like a lot for Skids. Skids has essentially vanished in the crowd of people that are pouring out of the casino lounge. And vanishes into the roulette wheel. Well, not into the roulette wheel, but like back onto the floor. There are guards, patrols, and some sort of monster. And deep in the vault, a man's gruff voice bellows, "Find him!" as the man with the ruby ring gets ready to destroy Skids O'Toole and Foxy Felix. Third action, we need clues, so I'm going to get clues. Boop, boop. I'm going to lockpicks here, which allows me to investigate, and I'm going to investigate at 8 to 3. 24 actions and 4 moves. Just did a quick calculation. Good. Okay, flower. Perfect. Wow, damn. Oh, I see what you mean. Like, he can... Because of all of the items and stuff. And he can take all the same cards, because they can both take Rogue 0 to 5. So there you go. I find... Yeah, this is... As a quick side note, Skids is from the core set. And back in the core set days, rogues had a specific identity, right? And I think they still do. He's the ex-con. He's the gambler. He's, like, paying money to take extra action. Like, he's supposed to be rich and wily and whatever. But being a gambler and having Guardian access, Guardians being a faction that have guns and armor and cards that help other people, it's a little weird nowadays, I think. It's not a problem, and I think his parallel version really does. Corset! I did say corset like that, didn't I? I still think Skids is cool, but you'll notice I have not seen a hell of a lot of... I've seen 2 Guardian cards in this deck, probably for good reason. Third action, we're investigating 8 to 3. -2. We pass. Buy 2. I do not lose a supply. We get a clue off of a roulette wheel. And then I can spend 2 resources to take another action. That action cannot be investigate or activate. So, I will... Oh, and Wolf Mask, yeah. Right, which... it's more of a metaphor in this situation, I think. The Arkham Corset. I like it. Yeah, just not in a row. That's correct. Yeah, I just investigated and exhausted and used lockpicks. So, as a reminder, I used Foxy Felix to get away from the house dealer. I played Hot Streak to get some money because Skids is on a hot streak, finally. And then I got a clue. What are these clues? How are they going to get me into the vault? I think these clues represent knowledge gained about how games of chance work in terms of the feeling of them. It's the spiritual feeling. Skids is sort of tapping into this, the anticipation building as you watch the ball roll around the roulette wheel. The feeling as the cards are dealt one by one. It's that tension between I bet on something and will chance reward me. Will I take an extra action, actually? I don't think I will. You know what? I don't think I will. Oh! No, yeah. Because if I can't use the roulette wheel, because I just used an activate ability, so I can't use the face. I could draw a card, I could play a card, I could take a resource. But I wouldn't take a resource because I just spent $2. I could play Disguise. I don't know how useful that is. A non-elite enemy. I don't think that's as useful as good old... my god, Foxy Felix. So I'm not going to take my extra action, and probably regret it. Oh, I could move. I could move. Where would I move to? If I move to the Baccarat table, I've got a security patrol patrolling in, which would be a little scary. So I think we will just sit at the roulette wheel. Skids is... again, sort of getting this feeling in him is building of how to understand. Oh, yes. Hang on, that's a good question. Oh, no, I can't. Yeah. If I take a second action in a row, it will move, and then it'll hunt. So that's not good. Yes, but that's correct, Crosshair. So I'm going to wait, and we're going to enemy phase. Hunters hunt, patrollers patrol. Let's go. Aberan is going to hunt into the counting room where he is looking for the man. He's looking for the dealer who sold the schematics to Skids, the person who's on the inside. The Shambler hunts. I'm going to have it hunt this way. This way. No, that's not closer to me. This is closer to me. Then patrollers patrol. Clockwise. Counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. I can't do this. Clockwise. Okay. Lots of enemies. Lots of people out looking for Skids. Unfortunately, Mr. O'Toole is now very much wanted. But we're still okay. Oh, and at the end of the enemy phase, there is an enemy here. Boop boop. So this personal entanglement. Ratty Jones takes another couple of damage. He we get 2 more horror, we're going to be suffering a mental trauma and taking 2 direct horror, like, for sure. Upkeep. Another lockpicks. And we go to 12 resources. We go to 2 out of 12 doom. Skids venturing about. I'm trying to figure out what to do. I do have a plan. And we draw a casino guard. Aloof doesn't matter. I have 6 alarm. Spawns at the high roller's table or the guard room, whichever is closer. The high roller's table is here. I will spawn it here. More and more guards are venturing out onto the floor as the Defis de la Roulette continues to see these strange fluctuations of chance. People betting both the right way and the wrong way on red and black at the roulette wheel, just continuously coming up and up and up. That's correct. Yeah, Crosshair. I think the big issue going into the owner's office takes 2 clues. And I didn't steal his keys, so I can't get in there. And saving Ratty Jones, takes a clue as well. So that's 3 clues, and I still need 4 clues to get into the relic room. So I think, and it makes sense to me that Skids would be like, well, he got what was coming to him. All right. Oh, and we're back around. We take a resource from Lone Wolf. Okay. Let's have a look, Skidsy. Skids O'Toole. If I could get the last clue that I needed, on the lamb would save me a whole bunch of, like, attacking and stuff. I'm wondering if the plan is move into the Baccarat table, get a clue, move again, but then on the lamb and just vanish from everybody. That would be pretty good, I think. And I think that seems pretty sweet. And I feel like it makes sense if I move twice in a row. Yes. Yes. And on the lamb, let's read it. Until the end of the round, non-elite enemies cannot attack you. So that would include the Shambler, because it's elite. That wouldn't include the Shambler, rather, because it's elite. However, at the end of the round, you may disengage from each engaged enemy and move up to 2 locations away. Pretty sweet. I think we're going to do it. I want to go on the lamb. Because I could also, like, move, evade. Because I could also, yeah, I could move, evade, clue. And then take a bunch of people would hunt in on me and stuff in the enemy phase. Less nice. I'm going to do it. I think we should go on the lamb, guys. I'm going to put it in the threat area to remind me. Until the end of the round, non-elite enemies cannot attack you. Let's move in. Because I also have Foxy Felix, right? So the security patrol engages me. Hey, stop! Skids is sprinting through the casino. If this were Ocean's 11, this would all be part of the plan. It would look like he's, you know, out of control, about to get caught, but it would be revealed that it was either a stunt double or, you know, like a body double or something like that. However, you stand accused of, how do you respond to your crimes? I can't remember the line from Skyrim, but it's right. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about as well. You stand accused by the Jarl of whatever. So we've moved in. We're gonna activate lockpicks, and try to get a clue. I have 8. Excuse me, 8. What does this say? Oh shit! You have 5 seconds to comply. Ooh. I have 8 intellect. 8 skill value because I'm using lockpicks. Basically, as Skids is rushing through, he's like shoulder checking the security patrol to run through, right? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna commit these lockpicks to this test. Crazy town. That takes me up to 9. -3. -3. Psychic Agnes is psychic. -3. We get the clue, and we do not lose a charge on lockpicks, incredibly. Wolf Mask. Oh, yeah, we talked about this, Flower. That's right. You can use Wolf Mask because it gives you +2 agility. I just can't commit agility icons because I'm not testing agility. It's done. I've done it. We get the clue. Then I would love to be further in the back, as it were. I'm going to... I want to, like, reduce my alarm level, and I want to, like... So I'm going to move again. Skids is still... Basically, he's... Yeah, good question. No. Good question, though, Crosshair. Yeah, committing cards doesn't count as, like, an action type. So we are G to G in that sense. And yeah, Flower, this is a templating thing that they're instituting in Arkham because I think in earlier cards that say uses 3 charges or whatever, when it would say add a charge, people were like, oh, so I can have infinite charge. And they would just, like, you know, charge up a card or whatever. Things like recharge or whatever. Replenish is new templating to indicate you cannot go over the 2. It replenishes one of them. It refreshes one of them. But you can't use... you can't spend all the Wolf Mask charges and then engage 5 enemies and have 5 charges all of a sudden. So this is good. I think it's important phrasing, and I like it. Okay. Skids is smashing through. Just like, you know, guard after guard, like knocking over chips and stuff. He's making a scene. And if we were to zoom in and go frame by frame, we'd see him as he's running by the security patrol. Just like, you know, in Ocean's 11, Matt Damon, the pickpocket. He is snagging a key right out of the security patrol's pocket. I can take an extra action, which cannot be... Well, cannot. I'm not going to use it to move. I would like to get away from the Shambler, though. Because it will hunt in on me otherwise. Uh-oh. Hang on. Yeah. It's the end of the round, which is the problem. So the Shambler would still, like, maybe Skids is okay to take 2 damage and 2 horror. Jesus. Yeah. So now I'm realizing maybe I shouldn't have... Yeah, let's not move up to... Let's go back here. I'm resetting. So I still have 2 actions. I'd rather not use them to... Again, I just investigated. So I will... kill the security patrol? Seems bad. Let's just... I am currently on the lam, so let's go ahead and draw. Another calculated risk. I'm going to need that later. Free trigger, 2 resources. The face to go 3 to 0. Again, what Skids is doing here. Matt Damon style. Yeah. Well, yes. I mean, you know, we'll also have vanished, so hopefully this is going to work out here. Skids is he's like, yeah, knocked by a bunch of guards. He managed to pickpocket a key, right? A little security fob. This is 1920s. It's not electronic, but like a little key out of a pocket. And he's continuing to charge through the back rat tables, upsetting chips, shouting out random numbers to try to distract people. Let's go ahead and test 3 to 0. My first Elder Sign. Oh, my first Elder Sign of the whole scenario. Elder Sign, +2 if you succeed, gain 2 resources. Which we do like a lot. I will... Okay. This is correct. So, somehow, Skids is playing on people's shock and upset and surprise. And again, much like in Ocean's 11, when all the lights go out because of the EMP thing, the pinch, when the lights come back on, people are grabbing chips. Absolute madness, chaos in the casino. as we go to the enemy phase. Hunters hunt and patrollers patrol. Let's do the hunters first. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, so he has to hunt down here. Clockwise. I still don't know how clocks work. Clockwise. Hunter hunts. I'm gonna have him hunt this way, actually. Counterclockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise. People are talking in the chat, I know. Whoops. That way. Yeah. Got it. So, more guards and people start piling on, trying to stop the absolute madman, who is Skids O'Toole, from like, you know, upsetting and kind of creating chaos in the casino. But they cannot catch him. Non-elite enemies cannot attack you, so they hunt onto me, but they can't, or they patrol onto me or whatever, and they engage me, but they can't attack me. And there's no elite enemies here, thank goodness. So we go upkeep, upkeep, momentum. I like having momentum. Ooh, yeah. Hang on. That's a good shout, Flower. So, the agenda says, at the start of the enemy phase, investigators at the same locations as ready casino enemies raise their alarm by 1. So I do. Then, this doesn't fire because he was already at my location during the enemy phase. However, and then the casino guard patrols in after that. So I do not raise my alarm again, so I do not take another damage. And the house dealer has nothing to do with anything here. I've still got a gun, by the way, as well, but, you know, I feel like Skids is much more on the let's just distract him train. Upkeep, end of the round. You may disengage from each enemy engaged with you and move up to 2 locations away. Boop boop, which again does not count as movement. I just want to be clear. Okay. Phew, I think. As the door clicks closed behind him, Skids lets out a sigh. On the lam is an event. A tactic, no less. What card are you thinking of, Crosser? Oh, yes. And what else is the other thing with? Although I don't know how that would work, because it's like play it again. So I guess at the end of the round, is it as if you have 2 copies and you can disengage and move up to 4 locations away? That seems crazy. I mean, I guess. I also love the icons on it. Big fan. Okay. Breathes a sigh of relief. He is back in the back. We go to 3 out of 12 Doom. A roar from the shambling. Yeah, exactly, Flower. There's a roar from the beast out on the floor. Screams of joy, mirth, chaos. You draw an encounter card. It's Arcane Spotlight. Okay, so this somehow, despite being in the staff access hallway, again, Skids has seen a bunch of these, like, floodlights, basically, lighting up portions of the casino. And he realizes now, as the light shines up from the floor, that these are no regular spotlights. They are targeting him. They are coming from the Wellspring of Fortune itself. The artifact is highlighting the person who's engaged the most with the ebb and flow of fortune. As a reminder, Arcane Spotlight says after you enter this location, raise your alarm by 1, and at the end of the round, everyone here raises their alarm by 1, discard it. But that's fine by me. We're back around, we get a resource from Lone Wolf. I now have a lot of money, which is dope, that's right. Skids would love to go through the security office and into the owner's office. Oh, I should have put up the personal entanglement to 5 horror. My mistake. I still have time. I could go rescue... What's his name? And then I would be down 3 clues again. Although, there are probably clues on the security office. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, move to the guard room. Keep moving. Fucking hell. Oh my god. Move to the guard room. Keep moving. I have to deal with this house dealer. Keep moving, I guess? Let me just think about this for a second. Move. Activate Foxy. Activate Felix. Evade. Move again. Aragwen, Scoots would never do anything like that, okay? Scoots is very dedicated to making the best internet content that he can. Absolutely great to have you here, Aragwen. Absolutely thrilled. Okay. Here we go. This is the plan. Move. I could also use the face, which would make other enemies... He's lost his marbles. Skids, oh marbles. Scoots, oh marbles. I come from a long line of oh marbles. Fucking hell. Oh. Aberon is terrible. Silhouette, hello. Welcome to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. I'll give you a quick update here. We're in part 3, I guess, the third part of Fortune and Folly, part 2. Skids has managed to, not Scoots, Skids has managed to find the information he needs out on the casino floor by kind of, you know, understanding the feeling of anticipation and fate and the adrenaline that comes from gambling. Then he went on the lam to knock over a bunch of guards, steal their keys, just create chaos, and then disappeared into the back hallway. Okay, 2 lines of play here, and I'm wondering what's more skidsy. Use the face to go to 5 alarm, which would make certain guys aloof. Then I could move, activate, move, or move, activate, evade, move. It's all kind of the same, right? Let's use the face. I think keeping my alarm low is good, because it's going to go up. It's only going to go up. Let's choose a casino enemy at your location or a connecting location. And, oh, momentum. I don't need momentum, because I'm not going to take any other tests this turn. Correct. The flower is correct. The naming conventions on YouTube are absolute garbage. It's Skids O'Toole in Fortune and Folly Part 2, brackets Part 3. Did Mr. Grins follow him into the vent? Good shout, Silhouette. No. Well, sorry. He did follow him into the vent, but then Skids managed to create a distraction with Foxy Felix. Foxy Felix set off like a smoke bomb, essentially, in a vent, which forced the evacuation of the casino lounge, and Skids got away from the dealer that was like about to ID him and Mr. Grins. We took a calculated risk and it paid off, and now it's gone. Thank goodness. Although I imagine it's going to come back. All right, let's face it up. I'm going to test intellect 3-0. So that's a -5. It's still Skids Ep3 Faff scenario 2 part 2. Faff. Faff. Your skill value can't go lower than 0, so I go up to 0 and I pass 0 to 0. I will exhaust the face to reduce my alarm by 1. I will move. Skids is basically hunting by casino guard is now aloof again. He's essentially Silhouette, I'm not going to say he's lost in the vents like a xenomorph, but I'm not going to not say that because I have a feeling it's going to pop back out in the oh my god, you're right. And can we talk about that? I established that gambler who was so obsessed with Skids, is obsessed with him because it is actually one of the extra-dimensional shamblers in a meat suit that is drawn to Skids because of his link to the Wellspring of Fortune. The arcane spotlights as well are being created by the Wellspring to highlight the person who is sort of closest to him. Third action, we're going to exhaust Cat Burglar, disengage from enemies engaged with me, and move to a connecting location. Move is not bold. And then last action is going to be move. Sorry, free trigger, spend 2 resources, take an action, move. Lop. Oh yeah. Okay. We are back somehow. Yeah, no, it's perfect silhouette. I love it. Okay. I cannot yet, tragically. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that sad? Ugh. So it's next turn I'm gonna have to take a damage in a horror just to do a test. Insane. But I have enough agility icons that, well, I'm not gonna say it's not gonna be a problem, but we'll see. Basically, Foxy allows us to sneak by the guard room in which Aberan is chewing out one of the guards. Again, much like in Ocean's 11, he's like, you have to fucking get out there, and you have to find this son of a bitch now! Smashing his fist into the locker, splintering the wood. That was the end of the investigation phase. I basically moved a bunch, but not twice in a row. I didn't take move actions twice in a row. We go to the enemy phase. Ugh, damn it, Flower, you're right. Son of a gun. Counterclockwise. Clockwise. Counterclockwise. Counterclockwise. Hunting! Oh, the Shambler! It's returning! Aberan hunts towards me. Scary, scary. Clockwise, clockwise. At the end of the enemy phase, Skids sees a room down the hall. The placard next to the door reads, Aberan Arigori Agakoa. And that's obviously incorrect rhythm. But I think I got all the syllables out this time. It's likely that important secrets and materials might be kept here, if only you could get in. Skids can hear scrabbling and begging and screaming and snuffling from behind the door. But then, place a horror on this story card. There is a bang. Yeah, I mean, fair, for sure. Crosshair. There is a gunshot and then silence. The lead investigator suffers a mental trauma. Noted. Each investigator, woof, takes 2 direct horror. Remove the story card from the game. Skids fights back the urge to scream. How did the Wellspring know to bring someone here in advance of him arriving? We go to upkeep. Yeah, and at the end of the round, the Arcane Spotlight is going to discard. Upkeep brings us an I'll take that. I did take 2 horror. This is the first 2 horror I've taken. Well, I took 2 more, which went on Izamara and Cat Burglar. The horror is direct. Yeah. I know, somehow. I think this is more of a damage scenario, you know? 4 out of 12 Doom. Skids is finally standing back at the vault, holding both the key that he stole off a guard on the floor, the schematics, the decoy package, and using the cultist medallion, which begins to vibrate as it draws closer to the Wellspring of Fortune. We go to 4 Doom, and we draw... Hunter's Hunger. Love the art on this. Very Clayface, Sandman, Scarecrow even? Peril. You must either discard an ally you control, Foxy Felix, or test Agility 3. If you fail, take a direct damage and a direct horror. I'm going to test Agility 3, and I'll tell you why. No. Momentum only triggers in this phase, so not good. Not good. I want to use momentum in a phase where, like investigation, where I'm going to have multiple tests to take. I can still do 5 to 3, and I'll still be alive, he said. Let's test agility 3. He's gonna regret it. He's gonna regret it. Yeah, mask! Wolf mask! We go to 7. The next skill test you perform this phase, yeah. Well, calculated risk ends your turn, which is sad. I would love that. I think momentum into calculated risk is pretty dope. Yeah. I also don't know who this is supposed to be. Like, is he playing Go? Like, what is this? Who is this man? All right, Skids. Let's go. 7 to 3. Oh! Hell yeah. Okay. A growl and an earth-shattering stomp, and then silence as the beast seems to lose Skid's trail as he stands looking up at the vault. Investigation phase begins. I gain a resource from Lone Wolf, which has been a great generator. Vault door gains. Take a damage and a horror. Test willpower or agility 4. If you succeed, investigators may spend 4 clues to reveal the relic room. Let's go. It's time. A damage and a horror. Ow. Ow. I could get rid of my fine clothes, but that feels dangerous. I don't want Skids to, like, rip his clothes off and, like, throw them into a screaming void. Like, I don't want Skids to be naked running out of the casino. It's not my main. I'm testing agility 4. I have 5 agility with Foxy, 7 with a wolf mask charge, 8 from disguise, 9 from lone wolf. What the hell, Flower? No, I need her on my crew for the next thing I'm gonna pull off. 10 with I'll take that. No, 10 is too much. 9 to 4. Let's go. Felix! -5. Success. Just, but success nonetheless. As Skids holds the medallion, the cultist medallion out, it vibrates in his hand so hard, it's like starting to force his fingers to bleed. But the vault door opens. Oh, sorry. If I succeed, I may spend 4 clues. The vault door creaks open. After the relic room is revealed, move all the clues from Wellspring of Fortune to relic room. Now, there are none, because we have gambled a lot. The coin pulsates with energy and vibrates at a disturbing speed, much like the cultist medallion. Hopefully you can find a way to unlock its secrets. Action: if there are no clues on relic room, take control of the Wellspring of Fortune and attach it to your investigator card. Second action, we'll move in. Third action, lockpicks. I have 8 to 4. I could potentially fail, so I'm going to commit. I'll take that, which gives me 2 more. We're finally in the room. Foxy Felix looks at Skids and smiles. Isamara is hanging back at the door. Is she worried about what she'll find, or is she about to betray Skids? Time will tell. Skids steps in towards the coin, vibrating with energy and pulsating. And he reaches out, his hands trembling, takes a deep breath and steadies them. He must use his lockpicks to unlock the catch of the case, and then he will take the coin. Foreshroud. I just committed a thing that gives me +2. I will go 8, 10. The lock clicks open. Sorry, we take the clue. Then there are no... I will spend 2 resources. Hold up, hold the phone. I might not. This last action is an action on an ability. Yeah. So they think it's just the +1 flower, right? Because I committed. It was an intellect icon anyway. At least. So I could, if I take the action to take the Wellspring of Fortune, then the Shambler will move and then it will hunt closer. Is that okay? It is okay because I have to get the out of here anyway. We need to just run, right? So I'm going to... Oh God. I'm going to do it. I'm going to spend 2 actions. I'm going to... No, it was the 3rd, thankfully. I mean, 3rd. Last, yes, but I can spend 2 to take an extra. Yeah, so... Skids unlocked the door. Moved in. No, hang on, though, Crosshair. Activated the door. Moved in. Investigated with lockpicks, which is an activate action. And then action on the relic room, which is also an activate. Yeah, so I will cause the Shambler to move in towards me. But we take the Wellspring of Fortune. Hands trembling. Grinning from ear to ear like an absolute madman. Skids turns around. I fucking got it. We're gonna be rich. If an investigator controls the Wellspring of Fortune, advance. Oh, great question. I think it's blank for the duration of the scenario, but let's read it anyway. During the next skill test performed this round, the performing investigator reveals an additional chaos token, chooses one to resolve, and ignores the other. Flip this key to its unstable side. So keys are from Scarlet Keys. However, I'm just going to check, though, before we get too excited about its ability to manipulate fate. There was a thing about the Wellspring of Fortune here. Treat the Wellspring of Fortune's text box as if it were blank for the duration of the scenario. So, unfortunately, because we'll be able to get out, and then if we were playing Scarlet Keys, we'd have another key, which is cool. If it seems good, we can use it. But anyway, let's read. If Abaran is still in play, just as you are ready to celebrate victory, a voice calls from the door behind you. Oh, fuck. You come into my casino and steal from me. He stands there shaking with fury. You'll ruin everything I built, but I won't let you. Any front of professionalism has been dropped. The true danger of the man has been revealed. Move him to the relic room. Oh, interesting. So if you had defeated him, you still have to pass an agility test, or he punches you in the face again. Okay, here he is. Abaran. Oh no, it's also the end of my turn. Oh no. Okay, we'll figure this out. Ooh, that's bad. Oh, that's like really bad, actually. Okay, he's in the relic room. Act 3A, the exit. Getting in was one thing, but now you must make it out with your prize. It feels as if the whole casino stands between you and the world outside. Casino enemies lose aloof and patrol. Casino enemies gain hunter and prey. Investigator that controls the Wellspring of Fortune. Oh, fuck. If the investigator with the Wellspring of Fortune has resigned, advance. Beware, investigators who have not resigned will be left behind. So just a note, enemies are now all pouring towards me. Which means I should have kept on the lamb, and I can't believe I didn't know that. It's okay, it's fine, it's fine. Fuck. Oh, we have Foxy Felix! My man! Well, okay, this is great. Well, it's not great, but... Alright. That's the end of the investigation phase. Isamara winds up and then tries to attack Abaran. He just, wham! Slams a fist into her head, and she crumples. Enemy phase, I take 2 damage and 2 horror from Abaran. Not quite, Flower. I will look at that in a second, but I will take 2 damage and 2 horror. 1 and 1 go on the fine clothes. A damage goes on me, and a horror goes on Isamara. Nah, she's gonna be dead. Crosshair, I think it's about time for a break. No. Take your break. Keep your secrets. I will, I believe, continue to play. but I will slow down. Aberan absolutely smashes into Isamara, and she crumples. Oh, God! Enemy phase. Oh, sorry. Hunters hunt and patrollers patrol, but everybody's a hunter now. Dimensional Shambler. Hunt. Hunt. Oh, God. Hunt. They're all coming towards me, which isn't great. Right, so, to answer your question, Flower, because I have schematics, I can teleport from the vault door to wherever the whims of fate decide me to go. Ideally, the Baccarat table, which is as far away as possible. But that's not the exit. But the Baccarat table is pretty close to the exit, so it's not bad. Upkeep? A sleight of hand. I have nothing to sleight. And I get a Wolf Mask charge back. I have nothing to sleight. I think I'm just in trouble. We go to 5 out of 12 Doom. Skids watches in horror as Aberan knocks out Isamara Ordonez. He stands between him and the vault door. Maybe he can use the Wellspring as a distraction to make it out as far as possible. But first, it's inconvenient questioning. The nearest non-unique casino enemy moves once towards you. That's definitely this house dealer. Annoying. Then test Intellect 3. If you fail, raise your alarm level by 1, and non-unique casino enemies lose aloof. That's okay. That's... Alarm really doesn't mean much now, so I don't really care about this. I would have failed anyway. Alarm goes up. Aberan has essentially used his powers to force out, to force all of the security officers, guards, even the dealers to, oh, thank you, Flower, I'm going to check that in a second, to march towards the vault to try to deal with the man who has stolen the Wellspring of Fortune. At the start of the enemy phase, is he a casino enemy? He is, so you're correct. I go to 7 alarm. However, I am going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and get Skids out of here with the Wellspring of Fortune, we hope. See you back on Doomed in just a couple of minutes. Oh good, Crosshair's back, we're back. Why are there newlyweds? I loved Vegas Tales. Welcome back to Doomed. I now look very washed out because I have lowered the saturation. Let's go 45. Let's do 5%. It's okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Doomed. Wonderful to have you with us. Crosshair is both correct. Why are there newlyweds? Newlyweds represent new beginnings, so I'm going to say yes. And Flower is also correct. I'm out of here would be clutch. On the lam would be clutch. Pre-taboo elusive would be clutch. Crosshair, just before you left, Flower pointed out I started the enemy phase at the same location as a casino enemy, so I have now gone up to 7 alarm, but it's okay, I'm not dead. Running track shoes would be huge here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I think so. Heist. Is it heist? Yeah, there you go. I don't know how many points I have, so if I lose, I don't know what's going to happen. Do include a number afterwards. Yeah. And it's a cargo raid because, you know, that's how Sergate rolls. Okay, welcome back to Doomed. Skids has obtained the Wellspring of Fortune. However, not only is the man with the ruby ring in the vault with him, but every employee, security guard, and frankly, even a couple of captured patrons are zombifyingly moving towards the vault. I'm gonna need to evade. Or Foxy Felix? Felix, anyone? All right, here we go. This is the plan. Foxy Felix. Oh, the encounter card, crosshair, thank you, was another inconvenient questioning, which is inconvenient, but not... It's a test. So yeah, of course. The house dealer moved towards me. None of them are aloof anymore anyway. And, like, alarm sucks, but, like, we're now under attack. We gotta get the hell out of here. So, at least there's that. Foxy Felix. Whoops. Throws the wellspring up into the air as a distraction. Oberon takes the bait. And as he dives to try to catch, he realizes far too late it was not the wellspring, but a large silver dollar that Foxy tossed. And they dash out of the vault. At the vault door... Oh god, who made it? Way! Congratulations, everybody! Except Lo, sorry, Lo. I thought it was just the three of us for a second, and then I saw, oh no. Ooh. Heavy. Well, in space. That's it. That's the end of that sentence. In space, there are... Avenge me! I will. Oh, you low some. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Okay. We're here at the vault door. This is the guy who had sold us the schematics in the first place. Skids grins at him like, okay, let's get out of here. And the guy pulls out a small switchblade, and he's just like, I can't let you leave, man. Skids is like, your fucking funeral. Second action, we're going to evade? I think we should just kill it. We're going to take an alarm from doing so. Ah, yeah, probably, eh? He does. He stays behind. He's not evaded. He's just distracted. Yep, your fucking funeral, man. I'm going to shoot the house dealer, because this is the person who Oh fuck! You're right. Yeah. You're right, Flower. So instead, I will just evade, because I feel like that does feel very Skids. I also feel like it'd be very Skids to have the person be like, "I can't let you leave," and he'll be like, "I understand." Bang, you know. But I only have 3 combat and crosshair. I know what you're gonna say. Just pull a good token. It works for you, it doesn't work for me, okay? You've seen me stream this a number of times. I do have a wolf mask. Hold up, I have a wolf mask. Am I really gonna take a quote-unquote bad action? I think I am. We get the wolf mask charge back for engaging the house dealer. Second action, punch, 3, 4, 5, 6... Skids, like, you know, this is this slinky sort of guy who, I don't remember his name. This was the dealer who sold Skids the casino schematics in the first place, and he's just like, I can't let you get out of here, man. Oberon, he'll kill me. Skids is like, I understand. He's like, don't take that gun. Skids is like, okay, and then just absolutely slams him in the head. Let's go. 6 to 2, sorry. Uh-oh. It's a cultist. Ah! Oh! Tablets, -3. Success. I succeeded by 1. Did I commit momentum? Ah. What the hell? Isamara, what are you doing? Isamara, what are you doing there? What the hell? Isamara! Stop that! Oh, she probably gets removed from the game, eh? That's fine. Hits him so hard in the face that he just falls back and clong, hits his head on a bar. Good job, Skids. You did it, man. I can't believe it. Did I take a resource from Lone Wolf? I don't think I did. Let's not, unless someone says. Exactly. Third action, We're going to teleport with Vault Door and probably end up getting attacked a bunch more. But let's see what happens. But then if I have to evade, that's okay, because I've got a little momentum. Action, move. Discard the top card of the encounter deck. Check its game icon. If an investigator obtained a schematic, you may mulligan up to 2 times. So, ironically, the guy who is now dead also gave us the ability to get out of here, hopefully. Mulliganing is essentially redrawing a token. So this is a club. Clubs would get us to the guard room, which is only here. Although, that is where the Shambler is, and the Shambler is the worst. But I think I need to get further. So we're going to mulligan. Good lord. Good lord, a dimensional duplicator. I'm allowed to mulligan 2 times. I'm mulliganing again! Oh god. A diamond. Diamonds takes us to the Baccarat table. Skids disappears into the vents and reappears at the Baccarat table. Now, unfortunately, the Baccarat table is full of enemies. Oh god. Now, I think it's okay, because I do have 2 resources for an extra action, and I'm not too worried. We get our charge back on Wolf Mask. Skids pops out of a vent on the floor and, like, starts crawling along the ground. There's, like, people running by, there's chips falling, and then he suddenly, you know, walks up to the boots of a guard and looks up. The guy's like, "What you think you're doing here?" I didn't evade him, Crosshair, but I'm going to evade now. The cat burglar, sorry, Foxy disengages you from enemies and moves, which is nice. I like this. And it's not non-elite enemies, it's just all enemies, which is pretty dope. But I'm about to evade. Let's go. Okay. It's the kitty cat. The kitty. Meow. All right, I'm going to evade. Oh god. Oh god, actually, this is not ideal. It's the horror that's not ideal. It's fine, it's fine. We're going to evade the casino guard. I'm 5 to 1 because momentum, I passed by 1, so I reduced this difficulty by 1. 5 to 1. I don't need to throw in a calculated risk. 5 to 1. I pass by 2, which means I can draw a card and gain a resource from pickpocketing. Blur. And I've evaded an enemy. Okay. This is the end of the investigation phase. Skids. Run away from an enemy a lot scenario in early campaign. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, Flower, which one that might be. But yes, there's something, it exhausts, so it's like, not like you can use it all the time, but it is very funny to just be like, they, you know, it's like, they hunt, but they don't attack, and you're like, okay, I'll just like move out of it, just like move. It's great. Oh, okay. I see, Flower, thank you. Thank you, Flower, I appreciate that. In the enemy phase, everyone hunts towards Skids. Aberon screams and cries out from the vault. He took the Wellspring! The Shambler shambles. The patrol patrols. This casino guard's also going to go this way. Basically, everyone is rushing back to try to get to Skids before he gets out of there. However, the house dealer also does a horror, which I'm going to take on me. Which I hope doesn't... It might come back to bite me in the ass. We'll have to see. Upkeep. Hit me. Oh, and of course, sorry, at the beginning of the enemy phase, I have to take an alarm because I'm at the same location as a ready casino enemy. And then also... Uh-oh. I have to take a damage because I raised my alarm level at his location. Would you like to stay or hit? I also defeated a casino enemy, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to take an alarm from that too. I forgot about that. I think that's okay. I'm at 9 alarm, which feels appropriate. considering what's going on. Now I feel like Skids is just gonna be like blam blam blam, blam as he like runs away basically. Okay, so I'm at 9 alarm. We've got a couple people bearing down. Skids is like, I think it might be, oh shit, I thought it might be 10. It does go to 10. It goes to 11, maybe. It goes to 10. We've upkept. We go to 6 out of 12 doom. Skids looking at the door behind him. People closing in on all sides, but thankfully they've all basically made it back to the vault, and he popped out behind them. Arcane spotlight. The wellspring lights up in his pocket. Blinding light glaring out, calling attention to him. Skids thinks, oh, at least I can do something about that, and shines it directly at his enemies. We go back to the investigation phase. I am going to burgle Foxy Felix at just as things are starting to look. It is, but I'm okay with it, because here's the story, Crosshair. I don't disagree, but I'm thrilled because I'm not actually dead, which is incredible. Just as the people are moving in for the final hit, Foxy Felix swings down from one of the chandeliers. He's like riding it down like fucking Indiana Jones, kicks the casino guard out of the way, and is just like, run! Get out of here! And then Skid starts taking off. Move. Or, sorry, Foxy Felix. I have 1 move and 1 resign. Yeah, I have time. You're right. Yeah, let's do it. Quick round of poker. Spend 2 resources. Fuck it. I love it. I think in terms of damage and horror, we are close, but that's okay. $2. Discard the top 5 cards of the encounter deck and check their game icons. You may mulligan once. If all 5 cards have a sequential rank, or if 3 or more have the same rank, gain 5 resources. Let's see if Skids can steal someone's... Is it a ring or is it... No, someone's left a wad of cash on one of the poker tables. Let's see if he can just grab it. Jack, 10, Jack. Diamond, diamond, diamond. From a dimensional displacer. Ugh. Another dimensional displacer is a 6 of hearts. Can't remember what I'm doing here. Sequential rank, or if 3 or more have the same rank, gain 5 resources. Let's... Are there more 6s? I'm out of music. I am out of music. Let's quickly just check. I'm just looking to see if there's other... There's a 6 in the bin. There might be a 6 in the deck. Are there other jacks? Probably. But they're probably on the board, because they are the baddies. Well, actually, there's a jack on the board. Yeah, fuck it. You're right. Right? We all want to do this, right? The final grift. Raise your alarm level by 1. I'm going to choose to change 2 to gain 5 resources. We'll make it a... Yeah, we'll make... So he only needs 3 of a kind, right? And 4 of a kind. He's going to make the Avarice Calls a jack, and he's going to make Dimensional Displacer a jack. Fucking hell. Flower, I'm honestly not mad if that's a thing that happens. Move. Free trigger, gain an action. Resign. Okay. There were times when you weren't sure whether you would make it out of the casino with your skin and soul intact, but here you stand. Skids just has to leave Monte Carlo forever, by the way. Clearly. It almost feels like a dream, but you can still hear a commotion inside. It's time to leave this place behind and make yourself scarce. Each investigator who has not resigned is defeated and suffers a physical trauma. Skids also suffers a mental trauma from letting his old pal Rat Spades Jones get killed. But let's have a look at part 2. Oh, what did it say? R1? R1. Together with Isamara. Oh, so Isamara was knocked out by Abaran, but she managed to escape as well. So she reunites with us outside the casino. You can hear, like, police sirens heading towards Defis de la Roulette. Interestingly enough, there's no reports anywhere of strange extra-dimensional creatures. Perhaps they were only visible to Skids in the end. God damn it. You examine the relic that was the source of all this trouble. Sometimes it looks just like an ordinary coin, albeit an incredibly ancient one from some long-forgotten civilization. At other times, however, the air around it distorts and warps. You also now know from experience the ways in which it can make the seemingly impossible all too real. For the first time, you see a genuine smile on Isamara's face. Let's assume that she's alive. Or maybe... No. We'll assume she's alive, but, like, can we trust that that is her and not just the creepy xenomorph with the smile? Silhouette? Headcanon? It's the xenomorph who's taken Isamara's face. Okay. I have to thank you for this. For getting it out of Abaran's hands. And getting it away from this place. I don't know what would have happened if you didn't. Tonight was bad enough. Nothing but nothing would have stopped Abaran from holding tight to his prize, no matter how many died along the way. You begin to gather your things, as Isamara does the same. You know that you will need to leave Monte Carlo immediately, as any of the fortunes chosen who have survived, including Abaran himself, will hunt you, and the Wellspring. I saw him one last time before we escaped. Isamara explains, the look of rage in his eyes. Without his precious artifact, he'll be even more unstable. You tell her that maybe he is the one who should be scared instead. After all, she successfully orchestrated his downfall from within. Whoops. I could get used to that idea. With everything ready to go, and the Wellspring in hand, holy shit, you leave Monte Carlo behind, hoping your luck will hold. So, if you're playing the Scarlet Keys, we meddled in his affairs, but we become the bearer of the Wellspring of Fortune, which is pretty dope. Each investigator earns experience equal to Victory X, which I believe is 2. I would have paid 2 to do the scenario in the first place. There's 1 XP on the Relic Room, there's 1 XP on the Casino Lounge, and that, my friends, is it. And there's XP on some of the enemies that I definitely wasn't going to be able to kill. That's okay. That's okay. Additional rewards. Check the number of tasks on the heist story card that were completed during this scenario. If you skipped part 1, blah, blah, blah. I completed 4 tasks, which is not enough. That's okay. Each investigator earns 1 bonus experience for each additional task beyond the minimum of 4. Okay. If 4 or fewer tasks were completed, no additional rewards were granted. Ah. So, if I had done 5 or more, Isamara would have been able to be added to a deck. She's not in play at the end of the scenario because she got knocked the fuck out. Let's just see what she does. Oh, and also, fucking hell. The Possibilities deck is so cool. +1 will exhaust her, deal a horror to her. Ooh, so she can mesmerize an enemy. Choose a non-elite enemy at your location or connecting location. It can't move until she readies or leaves play, but you can choose not to ready her. Pretty dope. Also 1/3 and a willpower is not bad. If 6 or more tasks were completed, the investigators have earned the Deck of Possibilities. During the setup of each scenario, that investigator gathers the encounter cards from Fortune and Folly with the following game icons. They are shuffled into a separate Possibilities deck. What? Spoilers ahoy, I'm going to look at the Deck of Possibilities, because I just want to know kind of generally what it does. Aha! Aha ha ha, okay. And then go on the lam. Hell yeah. So, it's a Tychokinetic implement. You may draw the top card of the Possibilities deck. Flip this card over and consult the list to resolve its effect. Remove the drawn card from the Possibilities deck for the remainder of the campaign. Okay, so if you do this early, you get a deck of Possibilities that then give you things like I can see here extra actions, money, bad stuff, good stuff. I'm trying not to look too closely, but it's pretty dope. So you have to complete 6 or more things. Skids does not get a deck of possibilities, but that's okay, because the whole point was for Skids to get the Wellspring of Fortune so that he could either use it to his advantage or sell it to pay off the medical debts and live out the remainder of his life in Cuba. And that, my friends, brings us to the end. Oh, that's a good point, actually. Oh! Pow. 9? Yeah. Yay! Boop. Yeah. Right. But, Flower, I think the idea is that... Yeah, that is interesting, but I understand part of the reason for that. Treat the number of tasks completed as 2 more. That's... Yeah, so that is... I think because all of the tasks completed in Part 1 trivialize... Or, no, they don't trivialize. They allow you to do tasks in Part 2. So, like, for example, if you don't talk to Izamara, you can't get Izamara again. If you don't go after the vent, then you can't get the vent. So I think there's probably 7 or 8 tasks, and only 4 of them are doable if you only do Part 2. Yeah. Anyway, I think it's really cool. Okay, that's it. We're done. We're done. We made it. Skids, you did it. You won, buddy. You had a mental trauma, but you have a key. And the key is going to help you get out of jail. I mean, you're out of jail, but you know what I mean. Wow. Good question for Flower. Blur, I think, is an awesome card. This is only the 1 XP version, but of course I didn't have the XP for more. Me neither. Honestly, honestly not. It was mostly gambling themed, so I don't think there's anything here that's that exciting. It was reckless. Let's just see what else is in my deck. Thieves Kit, the Moon, which we had in Part 1 but not in Part 2. Another Disguise, a Vicious Blow, and Frenzied on the bottom. So, nothing that exciting. But that was because this Skids wanted to evade, lockpick, and you didn't take Sure Gamble? Well, I didn't have the XP. Turns out I did have the XP, but what are you going to do? Okay. 1 Elder Sign and 2 Tentacles later, Skids O'Toole finishes his journey through Monte Carlo. I'm absolutely thrilled. Okay, guys, yes. So, thank you, Crosshair. First and foremost, Drew Crew in just over 2 hours. I'm going to do a self-tape in the intervening 2 hours. That'll be fun. Thank you, Flower. Do stay tuned to the Discord, because that is where I'm going to be announcing both what is next for Doomed, but also there will be, I can't remember which, there's a Saturday in April I can't do, and all that. I'm keeping a very close eye on whether the Drowned City is coming out so that we can do that. Likelihood is that next Saturday will either be Doomed deck building for, I can't remember her name, Marian Tavares in the Drowned City, or maybe it'll just be a Method Madness situation. Who knows? Yeah, sorry, Crosshair. Time change. I'm still... Apparently there's legislation in the Quebec Parliament right now to do with getting rid of daylight savings. It would be thrilling. But yeah, so do stay tuned to the Discord for updates about what's next for Doomed. Deck building, hopefully. Drowned City. We're going to have Graspiloot back on for hard mode, Forgotten Age, Return to Forgotten Age. We're going to have Crosshair back, of course, for some very exciting, well, no spoilers, but another fan-made campaign, probably. Seize the means of warming milk. Seize the beans of production. Co-communist. Fucking hell. I love oh man, Disco Elysium was great. That's it. I'm just gonna say that's it. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you're watching this on the VOD, let me know what you enjoy in the comments. I am going to invite Disaster. Let me know how much I fucked up. No, don't do that. You can if you want, obviously. And thanks again to rough starched stiff, rough, starched. It doesn't matter. Thank you for pointing out the issue, and we fixed it and whatever. It's been great. Guys, have a great rest of the day. We'll see you on Drew Crew. We'll see you on Montreal by Moonlight tomorrow. And we'll see you on Doomed next time. Bye-bye.